school breakdancers remember. That's Ozone. We lost
Right.
Ozone. I mean, it's such a, an unreal year. Truly, we've grown so much as awareness, and it seems like we're getting out of that conscious. We're more conscious now. We're getting more understanding of what's going on. This year brought a lot of new entrepreneurships out. A lot of people out there doing it, their way and getting it through the soil, as my boy E40 would say. They in the soil with
Right.
theirs. So there's so many great things and so many sad things at the same time. And I think it really just it makes you realize you gotta cherish this, man. We need to cherish this, and like I said, give the roses to the people while they're here, man. Give the flowers and the respect and the due while they're here, because as you see, man, we're losing people left and right, and it's so sad. It's truly sad how we're losing some of these
Yeah.
great icons, man. And now we just lost Doom, MF Doom,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. I heard about that.
49 years old. He's passed away. We don't know the causes of the situation yet, but along with also, our fallen soldiers who just been getting shot down and murdered in the street by, dealing with the police and that situation, because we lost a lot of good men in that situation, man.
No
So
doubt.
this has been a truly, to say the least, a tough year, man.
Yeah.
It's been a good year in a sense. A lot of good things happened. People still, striving, but in the same breath, we lost a lot of great people, man. And much respect for the people and condolences for the lost soldiers, lost loved ones. Again, from Kobe all up to when we lost, where we at now with MF Doom. It, it's
Right.
been it's been really a tragic year for us, but I'm hoping still that we are survivors and we'll keep pushing on.
No doubt, no doubt. Yeah, and like I say, man, it's just been one of those bittersweet years. I did not know. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know some of the things you just caught on the wire. Some of the brother that we lost, Doom. You know what I mean? Was you know was a soldier, definitely. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Truly
Um,
underground. That's a true underground hip hop artist right there.
right, a true underground hip hop artist. You know what I'm saying? A one of a kind artist
Yeah.
that we lost this year. What were some of the other, rappers that you can think of, you know what I mean, that was also part, um, you know, of the ones that we lost? I mean, there's so many that that we can talk about.
Well, we know we just lost Houdini.
We lost the
I
ecstasy.
Yeah, from Houdini. We know going back, who else did we lose? We lost who did we lose this year? And I have to look it up to get all these names because it's been a slew of people. It's kind of hard to wrap your brain off the top of the head with them. We
Yeah, I
know
mean,
Bismarck fighting for his right now. I
no
mean,
doubt, no
there's so
doubt.
many, you know things that we're going through as a people and as a culture because we've grown up with this music. We know, like I said, these this music has really been a part of us. Like, you know, up amount of years, no matter how long you've been in the game, I'm listening to hip hop. You know, these people have been around or fed your ear, give you knowledge or whatever it is it may be. Um, Uplift your soul, just give you something to ride to, whatever how you want to call it. But we've lost
Right.
people that we feel like has been a part of us. So it's been a sad year. I mean, even not even only hip hop, we lost Prince. We lost some great people in this time frame, which it's kind of like, um, what's going on? Like the Marvin Gaye,
Right.
man. What's really going on right now, man?
Yeah, yeah. You definitely right. And my thing is this. I know that we cover a lot of the old school rappers. We cover a lot of the old school culture. You know what I
Yes,
mean? And old school, hip hop. You know what I mean? Is different from today's hip hop. You know what I mean? The culture, the overall culture is different. So when we look at a lot of the old school, rappers or the old school lyricists that we lost this year, is typically it falls around, you know, something happened with it with health,
right,
or complications that may come about. And then we lost some of the rappers, which are the new school rappers, what I mean, that we lost that had to do with a lot of the crime, what I mean, things like that, black on black
right,
crime. It's we definitely understand the different dynamics when it comes to the old school versus the new school, and where was old school rap, you know what I'm saying? Where did old school rap stand culturally, back in those days in comparison to, the new school rap stands culturally in today's, type of, environment. You know what I mean? There's
Right.
two different things there. Um, and you had mentioned a couple of bits back that we should celebrate the folks, celebrate those icons that are here. You know what I mean? I definitely want to give a shout out to my man Bismarck. You know what
That's
I'm
a
saying?
fact.
I know Bismarck obviously fighting some complications that have to do with diabetes. Had a stroke allegedly. While in a coma.
Right.
So you know, I definitely want to celebrate my man Bismarck. One of the illest lyricists, one of the illest DJs, one of the illest entertainers of all time. He falls
Right.
along the same line like your boy Dougie Fresh, which is also a lyricist and he's also a DJ entertainer. So you know
Yes.
what I mean? They kind of share similar vibes, but
Right.
they're both old school. You know, Bismarck has kind of fell to the wayside to having some complications. I want to give a special shout out to my man, special shout out to the Bismarck family. You know what I mean? Can't wait to see you out. Can't wait till you get out. Can't wait till you back on a set again. So, Bismarck, we love you. And
No
then
doubt.
we talk about my man, Mr. Fletcher, which is AKA Ecstasy. You know what I
Right.
mean? The whole Houdini, vibe, which, it's just one of those things, man, to where it's unexpected. It's always unexpected, man, when you think about a lot of these icons that you see, you know what I mean, and we end up losing them, you know
Right.
what I
And they're
mean,
young.
to
They're still young, man. These
still
guys are
young,
still
man.
young, man, in their age.
Right.
Um, Not to forget that we lost some of our younger artists too. The King Vons, the Pop Smokes, all these people here. That we lost. That had an opportunity to start growing in this industry, making a lane for themselves.
Right.
Um, so I know we cater mostly to old school hip hop, but these losing soldiers is losing soldiers, and that's the sad thing about we losing people that are part of our culture and what we love. Music is something that's part of us, and something that we would really cherish. And so to lose
Right.
some of these great people, young people coming into the game, it really hurts my heart to hear it. Especially like I said, when you're 49, I think Ecstasy was in his 50s. Um, these guys are young. I mean, hey, I'm right around the corner from these ages. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Yeah.
it's really it's frightening to know that these times are truly upon us so quickly that every day is a blessed day, but yet it can be snatched from you that quickly. And again, we don't know what the situation is while we're losing these people. And
Right.
so again, I know they got to do the autopsies and they got to do the things and tell us all what they say, but to be this age and still passing away that young is kind of it's not what we are used to seeing. I understand that our hip hop culture is prone with violent tones, which
Mhm.
again I think that's some of the narrative that we need to change. 'Cause I think you can they speak about alchemy and alchemists. The true thing about alchemists is that you speak your thing into fruition, you speak
Right.
your truths
Right.
into it. So we need to celebrate the love and enjoyment of life and bring back even if they call it the bubble game or the popcorn era of music, it needs to come back of joy and just uplifting and the blessed to see another day and that type of stuff versus how we can shoot them up and kill them and bang bang. It needs to get a little bit more positive vibes in this culture, man, because
No
it's such
doubt.
to be a
No
such to
doubt.
be a powerful voice that we have to be narrative only around criminal activities and violence is ignorant. Really, that's kind of ignorant to me. That's we can speak anything in the truth. Let's speak the real stuff. Let's speak long lifting and wish great health about people. Let's and I understand rap loves to have a competitive sense, but you can still
Hmm.
be competitive without saying you want to kill your brother or f your sister. You got to say
No
we got to say
doubt.
something better, man.
Right. Yeah,
So I think
no
I
doubt.
think it's truly upon us as the people and the artists to change this narrative that we're facing right now.
No doubt. And you mentioned a couple of names out there, King Von, we just lost him, last month, November 6th, 2020.
Some silly stuff.
Your boy, your boy Huey.
Yeah, yeah,
You lost June 25th of 2020. Papa Smoke, February 19th of 2020. You know what I'm saying? So these cats were all young, man. I mean, Pop Smoke, 20 years old. Huey was 31. King Von was 26. So these
right,
are some young cats, you know what I mean, to lose their life, you know, you know, becoming a rapper, you know what I
right.
mean? And kind of, being out at the forefront and being exposed pretty much because all eyes on you. You know what I'm saying? Once you hit that level of becoming, whether you're an underground rapper, whether you're becoming a high level or mainstream rapper, everyone is watching you. You know what I'm saying? And you know, there's a lot of haters out there that just don't like to see you shine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
So
sad. I mean,
it's
even
sad.
though
It's sad.
even in past the year, we got we lost Nip Hustle. I mean, it's the list goes
2019, we lost.
on.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, these are things that
Yep.
like we shouldn't be losing some of these great young artists at this time, man. I mean, you guys are 25, 31, 26. Y'all ain't even understanding life in yet. Y'all ain't got a chance to experience life in its fullest.
Right.
So it's
Right.
definitely some. I think really the narrative needs to change, man. I think we need to take responsibility for our culture and stop giving the industry what they want to hear. What the industry wants to hear
Hmm.
is shoot them up, bang, bang, kill each other, talk about the negative.
Right.
That's what they want us to pump.
Right.
That's the narrative. But if again, and we spoke about this, way back in our, a couple of our other, shows. Um, if we brought back the morals and values and stopped chasing the only thing that controls us, and that's the bag.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Stop chasing the bag and do it for the love of music. Your true fans is gonna follow you. And then the bag gonna chase you regardless. The bag gonna always chase you. But if you don't do it for the bag and you do it really for the art and the love, your lane, you'll carve out your lane. I know a few
Right.
people who still,
Right.
we got the Kendrick Lamar's and the J. Cole's. I'm sure they still got their songs where they still, you know, talking silly, but yet majority of their music is still pumping in that positive vibes. One of J.
Yeah.
Cole, Crooked
Right.
Smile. It has some positive vibes there. So we need to really bring back that essence, man, and again start doing what they say, true alchemists, and build our own with positive energy, speaking into the fruition. Because you can speak your own death in, or you can speak your own life in, man. So it's however how you do it.
Hmm. Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. So yo, shout out to the family out there. Happy New Year. Well, we getting ready to go into the Happy New Year. What are
Wow.
some of the things that you're gonna do different 2021?
Right. Which is a good thing, man. I mean, it's
Yo,
New Year resolutions are always
right.
good to have, man. I'm coming off
New
one. You know
Year's
what I'm saying?
resolutions.
I'm coming off
Right,
one.
right.
I'm,
That's
I'm
right.
coming off a
That's
big
right.
one. You know what I'm saying? So
That's
I'm
real.
I'm respected because again, the true thing about a resolution, and the reason why I can say this and speak on this because I walked this path real quick. I gave up my resolution last year was not to hit no cigars, no nothing, no smoke nothing for a full
Mhm.
year. And so I started
Yo,
January the
so it's
first.
been a whole year without cigars?
Whole years without cigar. So it won't. I haven't had one since January the 1st of 2020, and so 2021. But I made that full year, and although it had its hard times, its battles, because again that was as a pastime killer. I had some lot of changes happen to my life. I was able to do a lot of things, go enough for more, use my mind more, clear myself up. So the whole point about all of that resolution is truly is a testament to yourself. You got to understand that
Right.
we control our destiny. So if you can do it if you want to do it. It's mind over matter. And so, like I said, I had my hard times. I never backslid. I never went on, rounded it and pulled it back up and hit it and
Yeah.
smoke it and all. I didn't cheat myself. You know what
He
I'm
said
saying? No one, no,
backslid.
you know what I'm saying? No one know that stuff. No one know that but you. But I did it for a
Right,
higher
right.
cause and purpose. So I wasn't gonna cheat myself and lie to myself. I was gonna make it for this year.
Yeah.
And when I make it through this year, I was gonna come back and enjoy my cigar. Go, like I said, when we get down to Agenda 21, you know, if y'all see me out there, y'all out in public, I'm probably got a cigar in my hand. You know, I'm probably have some type of cigar in my hand and enjoying my whiskey and my cigar. But the put it down for a year was a true testament to say that, you know, I can do that. And all it is to prove to myself that I can do these things. So again, I challenge all my people, what's your New Year's resolution? And you know, sometimes you might not want to do a full year. Do 6 months. Start off small, work your way up to something big. But the true factor is you got to stick with it and really do it. If you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to bail weight, you're trying to do whatever it is, you trying to get a home, things you try to do, man. Set a goal and work towards it. You can accomplish anything, man.
No doubt, no doubt. Hey, yo, shout out to the family out there, the Culture Wear family. We live and indirect right now. We actually decided to go live tonight. We know it's the last day, you know, or the last evening of 2020 going into 2021. Yeah. And so we just wanted to get on here and just kind of connect with our family and let everybody know that we still here. You know, 2020 has been an exciting year. It's been bittersweet, you know, when it comes to, you know, a lot of our hip hop icons that, you know, came out with new albums. And also, you know, I mean, a lot of people who, you know, or didn't make it, you know, in 2020, and those who are, you know, obviously, you know, sick pretty much in 2020. So shout out to the, you know, to our fallens, and, you know, shout out to the ones that are still here. And then shout out to the soldiers that are still doing their thing. You know, shout out to those cats that's actually putting new albums out this year. You know, my man Nas, my man Busta Rhymes, you know, shout out to those cats.
KRS-One.
You know, KRS-One.
Fire albums, man.
You know, throwing it
fire
down.
Albums.
You know, fire album, you know what I mean? So, yo, yeah, definitely. What's some of the things that, you know, 2021 is going to bring? You know, is there any New Year's resolutions, you know, that's out there? And in fact, what are some of the New Year's resolutions that you have that has to do with you as an individual? Go ahead and try to drop it down, put it in the comment section. Or if you don't want to put it down, that's fine too. But yo, listen, we want to know what are some of the exciting things that you are looking forward to in 2021, and then what are some of the things that you were able to accomplish in 2020. And for myself, you know, I'm going to speak for myself for being able to accomplish some things. I want to say being able to accomplish getting Culture Wiz up and going. You know, like I said, we started Culture Wiz. I want to say November of 2019. You know, we kind of put it into the whole. We put it into movement in January. It didn't actually launch until August 2020. So, you know, let me give you some background. Yeah, no doubt. So let me give you some background from the time that it came to fruition, the time that it actually launched. Was, you know, thinking of something that relates to my age group. You know what I mean? Something that relates to my age group. And my age group, especially when it comes to OGs, you know, cats that still wear the earrings in the left ear, or the cats that still wear, you know, the earrings in both ears.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I wear the earring in the left ear. You know what I'm saying? So
I had them both.
Qualifies as an OG, you know? But I always did, you know, I never liked the apparel that's out right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
We had to look high and low to get fitted clothes, you know what I'm saying, that actually, you know, fit on a you know, a cat. I didn't like skinny jeans. I didn't like the whole skinny apparel that was coming out that a lot of people wear now, that hugs a lot of their calves, that hugs a lot of their knees. I mean, you know, if I was the character that I was in high school and I seen somebody in skinny jeans, I would have said something like, yo, I would have said, yo, I can see how much change you got in your pocket.
Man, yeah. You your sister's clothes right now, man. You sure you put on the right Guess
no
jeans?
Doubt. So,
your sister's jeans right there, man. Yeah, we wouldn't have got away with that back then, man. We wouldn't have got away with that stuff back then. I know all these eras changed.
Nah, no doubt.
But we wouldn't have got away with that.
We wouldn't have got away with that. You know, but you know, we didn't stand. I didn't like the whole, I didn't like the narrative that was being pushed, you know what I mean, with the whole changing of, and for me, I'm OG, so I would have said something like, you know, the way that I feel is demasculating.
Yes.
Um, when you, if I try to put on skinny jeans or if I try to put on skinny apparel, for me, it just doesn't sit right. You know what I mean?
Right.
It doesn't look good. You know what I mean? I like to have things kind of fall, you know, and I don't like to have, you know, the skinny leg, you know, type of design. I like more the open leg type of design that
Right.
actually falls onto your sneaker. Um, and you know, that's what I wanted to bring out was the keep. If you look at what the old school rappers was wearing back in the day, and you know whether it be I'm going to use the 90s. I'm not even going to use the 80s, but I can use the 80s. I can use the 90s. If you look at what they were wearing back in the day, they were wearing loose fitting clothes.
Right.
You know, and I'm not talking about the saggy type of attire that we see today, but you know, if we look at things like Karl Kani, we look at things like Fubu, a lot of
Right.
the stuff was loose fitting
Yeah.
and they fit right. And so that's what I'm trying to bring out. That's what the brand, that's why I established Culture Wears. That's why we, you know, we push, you know, the culture of hip hop culture, old school hip hop culture, and the apparel that they wore.
Right.
So, you know, that for me, that's what it was. And to accomplish that, that's where we go. And that's where we heading into. So
Right.
keep it locked. Always look at, you know what I mean? Especially with the Culture Wear family, you'll have, kind of the number one pick on apparel, but you'll start to see a lot of these different types of wares that will slowly be loaded onto the site. You know what I
Right.
mean? Loose fitting apparel. So, you know, that was what I wanted to do in 2020, and was able to kind of accomplish that. But you know, granted, I was looking at coming out in March, but I ended up coming out in August. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying, with the teas and things like that, and then slowly, gradually,
Work your way up.
uploading some of
Right.
the other wares, and so that is still happening through progress and progression. You'll start to see more and more being loaded onto the site. So you know what I mean. So we were able to accomplish that. 2021 is going to be ill. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be insane. I always say the energy is going to be crazy. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about the whole Gender 2021 show, you know, this will be Culture Wear's first, outlet forum to be exposed
Right.
and put out a lot of what we stand for. So it's a pretty big deal for us. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, for me, is being able to crush the dream because doubt kills the dream.
Yep.
And there was times where you had doubt, or I had doubt to even get started, but you know, I had to push on, and that's how the whole Culture Wears first started. But we
And
just
don't
gonna
forget
keep it
that
going,
you
man. You know what I'm
don't
saying?
forget you're also doing something, besides the culture wears, your culture, you're branching it off to also the culture queens. So you also got a little
Right.
line to bring out for
That's
the
right.
women. And so that's a good thing. I want you
That's
ladies
right.
to look out for that. So in the summer of 2021, hear that spring break time over the summer 2021, there's a women, line coming out, the culture queens. And so that's something I
No
think,
doubt.
the women could look forward to, because again, we still giving you that flavor, but it's still, it's with today's culture for the ladies, and keeping that for the men. We know we strictly bringing it back to that comfortable feel, that relaxed feel. We ain't got nothing skinny for you. There ain't nothing skinny over here for you.
Right.
You
Right.
ain't only thing tight
Right.
on you over here is them socks, baby. That's the only thing tight on you over here is the socks, baby. Other than that, we ain't got
Yo,
nothing for you for that, man.
yo, it's like my boy was saying. I was on a line with my boy, a couple of weeks ago. Shout out to Southside Jamaica Queens, and we were talking about, what I'm saying. He told me, he said, yo, Rob, you know, for me to get some regular cargo gear or like just regular cargo jeans or whatever, he said, or cargo pants, he said they they make these pants to where they're just somewhat fitting, especially with the whole skinny leg. He said, yo, he said, I have to go across town to get cargo shorts
Right,
just so I could wear, and this was in the summertime, just so I can wear something that's loose fitting and fits right. You know what I mean? To where
right,
you got a lot of the shorts now, they also kind of like skinny thighs.
Yeah.
where the shorts come down and they come skinny around the thighs, around the knee area. So it's this whole thing that they're pushing, to keep, people from, excuse me, the hip hop era, the old school hip hop era from, just kind of changing their whole look. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Which is crazy to
it's like
me.
they're pushing an agenda, really, and it's sad because it's not what we need to see, or what I would like to see. I mean, I believe what we need to
Right.
bring back our. I think we need, like I've been saying, it take control of our culture again, and it shouldn't be determined by somebody. But for real, every body shape is not the same. So if a skinny dude want to wear his little tight jeans or tight shorts or whatever you want to wear, that's on him. But me personally,
No doubt.
I don't. I'm more of a I grew up like you said in that. I'm an '80s baby. Well, I'm actually a '70s baby, but in the '80s, '90s, when we wore the big jeans, you gotta remember we came back with crisscross. We was wearing things backwards and stuff for a minute. Loud colors with the cross colors. We were doing things. We were fashionable with it.
That's
So
right. And yo, they were called two tone, T. They were called two tones.
yeah, see. So man, to see where we at right now with it, it kind of amazes me that we are in this. And I'm not saying that there's not a blame for your skinny guys who want the skinny jeans or what it is for that, but there is also a lane for us grown folks who want to wear something loose fitting, something that's nice
Right.
wearing that doesn't feel like I'm like you said I got to see the change in my pocket, or it looks like and it's, man, the other day, it's been about 2 months ago, dude came out of Walmart. He had on a white t-shirt, just a white tee. Dude had cornrows in his hair as a brother. Dude had to be about maybe 6'1", 6'2". Looked like he's a good 250.
Uh-huh.
And dog, when I'm talking, he had some gray jeans that you could see the brother's calves, thighs, knees, and everything. I was like, that don't look cool, man. I mean, you don't look right in that. And he was a pretty big dude, like a muscle bound dude. This wasn't no, what I'm saying? I'm saying he looking like he's 250, like he could bench all the weights in the world, and everything was tight.
Right.
And so I kind
No
of
doubt.
and I had to shake my head like, man, you trying to fit in something that's your body style is not for you. Your body's now, it's cool if you're in the gym, but if you come out of Walmart with skinny jeans on and literally like they skinny, like I can see your thigh muscles and your calf muscles. That's to me, that's apparel's just not where it's at for me. So, I did, I just took a note of it. That was like, why are you dressing in this way? What's pushing that image? Are you? And I think again, we're so. And believe me, I understand being influenced by the hip hop. But again, if we look at our hip hop people, ain't too many more 50 Cents rapping. 50 Cent came out nice size guy, pretty big swole. Half these guys look like Sway Lee. And they look like they could be still in their young teens, 13, 14, with no hair on their face. Y'all ain't even built yet. You ain't even broken to your man physique. So I can see you guys being want to be wearing that, but as you're an adult,
Right.
no man, that's not your lane. That's not your lane. So when you told me he was coming out, what he was coming out with, and what was it, pretty much targeted for, I was all on board because that, we've been needing that back into the culture. We need to bring back what we saying, the loose fitting, the nice where somebody don't sit there and look at it and it's too tight around your shoulders and your arms. It's cool if you're at the house doing nothing, but if you got to go out
Right.
in public, that's unacceptable. That's really unacceptable right there.
No doubt, no doubt. Yeah, that was, if I don't know if you remember Lon Johns. You remember Lon Johns you wear when it gets cold
Yes,
outside, you wear them underneath your gear. Well, that's what it is. People wearing like a different, type of style Lon John with kicks on and a jacket. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That's what
yeah. They
I
looking
don't
like
mean to throw it out there, but that's what it looks like though. You know what I'm saying? I
right.
mean, that's exactly what it looks like. So, you know, but yeah,
So
that's
is that an
that's
agenda? You think somebody's really pushing that up, or you really think that's like the style they want to adapt, or like I understand it started with the little tight shirts. Guys had nice little upper physique. You wear a nice little shirt when you going out to the club or doing something. That's all cool and dandy. But when you go to your down to your lower legs and you wearing those, I'm like, who's pushing this agenda? Who's pushing this on the people? Like this is the thing to do.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right. No
I
doubt. I
see
think it's
Cam Newton. You know, my man Cam. I be looking at Cam and I just say, man, you know, the way you playing right now, you might want to leave football and just go into Marlin because you know you got a better feel for doing that than you do throwing the football right now. So, you know, I ain't trying to hate my man, but he ain't working out too well with the Patriots. So I'm like, but every Sunday when you out there, guys speaking on the microphone, you out there with your grandma's hat, Sunday hat on, with a scarf wrapped around that in your head. I'm kind of confused at the way at the style he's taking it. You
right.
know what? And I'm all good with be a transgender. I'm not knocking that, but you, what lane is it transcending to? I mean, it almost looks a hypersexual. You know what I'm saying? It almost looks really like you can be him or her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm not trying to
Yeah.
bang on nobody. I'm just saying it almost looks like unisex. You know that
Yeah.
I don't mind my
Yeah.
lady wearing my clothes, but I'm not gonna hop in none of her stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not. I mean, and you know, I'm not mocking my man. I like Prince is one of my favorite guys, but Prince was like that. You know, we know people who are like that, but there wasn't everybody in the world wasn't trying to be Prince. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like all the people in the world want to wear tight clothes. I'm like, is this an
No, that's
agenda or
crazy.
who is somebody pushing this? Because I know emasculation is definitely the agenda,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Well, see, there you hit it right on the head. That's exactly what it is. It's the demasculation
right,
of the
so
so-called, black man is being demasculated. I mean, that's exactly what it is, and that's why the clothing is being pushed. Some of the iconic rappers are pushing the same things. Believe it or not, we know that a lot of these rappers they push the fashion. You know what I mean? They push the fashion because they have a huge following, and people who follow them, they're gonna want to wear that. They're gonna want to wear what he has on or what she has on, whether it be revealing or what. You know what I mean? So
right,
that's exactly you hit it right on the head. It's an agenda to push that narrative of
yeah.
emasculation. So, yeah, man. But Joe, yeah, I mean, yeah. So we just, drop your comments down there. I see you. What's up, landlord, billionaire landlord? What's up, fam? Much love. There's people that's out there. Don't forget the Agenda 2021 show that will be dropping the 17th and the 18th in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Caesars Palace. Look for us there. Just want to make sure throw that out there so nobody forget. I also want to go ahead and throw the website out there, www.culturewares.com. That's www.culturewares.com. Go ahead and drop that top right subscription button. Go ahead and click it and put in your information. That way you'll be informed of all the new latest wear and all the new latest gear. So, I mean, Happy New Year. I want to say, as we get into an hour right now from 2021, I'm pretty sure everybody is stoked. Everybody is amped up. Me personally, I don't even know what they're doing in New York City, T.
That's
But
right,
there used to be
right.
the ball that drop at 12 midnight, right?
So I thought they were still doing something on the TV where you get to watch it, but I don't think nobody's gonna be out there.
Right,
And again,
right.
I think that's another thing. You know, we're being forced to stay in nowadays, and so I don't have no plans. What we doing? Like I said, I don't. There, what can you go? You can't go out to eat. You can't go out and do nothing. I mean, everything is kind of locked down now. I mean, for where we are up here, so
Yeah, right,
I don't really
right.
have a. Like I said, I was gonna stay at the house, pop a ball, me and the missus just have a few shots and kick in the new year. And like I said, once my New Year's over, I can have my cigar and let know I made it and do my thing. But I was like, man, what is this 2020? It's really kind of got us in a mix where we are so limited in things that we can do. But we gotta be
Mm-hmm.
grateful, man. We're grateful that we're still here striving, we're still making it. And again, big up to all the people who started their own. I mean, 2021, people had to do a lot of thinking and outside the box, and a lot of
No doubt.
entrepreneurship took off from here, man. So Big ups, you know, much respect due for them cats, man. The people who still make it they 9 to 5 and still got one. Congratulations, man.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you see, they don't really care about us because they shooting down the stimulus checks. They're only talking about people only getting $600 now. I mean, people are back paid for a year in rent. How you go from giving people 1,200 and then go down to 600? I mean, if that's the case, you should have started at 600 and then went up to 1,200. You
That's
know,
crazy.
why? How do you go backwards? And so again, it's the politics that's going on in the world, the stuff that's going on, the narrative that they people are pushing. Because I'm looking at them as like, well, you know what? Let's take away your money first. I look at it like this: if people up there in Congress, or if you over district, over area, and foreclosures are going on, you should be the first one fell for it. Your pay
Yeah,
still
yeah.
should go down. If you a congressman and you represent this location or a mayor, you should be the first one feeling the pain. Let your house go for closure. Let all that, and I guarantee you, the narrative will change. If they were going, they would be trying to make things work. But since they're not affected by that, they can sit up there and tell you, oh, well, you know what? He don't, Mr. Tell you don't need $2,000. Well, hold on, player. I ain't paid rent in one whole year.
Right. Right.
You know, I'm $5,000, $6,000 in the hole. You tell me you can't give me $2,000 to get myself out.
Mm-hmm.
So the narrative that's going on in this world, man, we really gotta do for ourselves. And I think that's what 2020 has kind of opened up a lot of people's eyes that you gotta have multiple streams of income. You gotta be doing more than one thing in this world. And we got time to do it, man. Cause if you can go to work for somebody 9 to 5, work hard, and then can't go home and work for yourself, you got the game twisted. You got the game all backwards, man.
No doubt. No doubt. That's a you hit it on the head. I mean, that's real as you can get. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So yeah, no doubt. I mean, $600 is it's nothing, man. You know what I mean in
Man, the
comparison
PlayStation
to
5 is $499. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
man. With this $600, you're not giving the people nothing who need this, man. And really, there's people out there who hurt and who need some assistance.
Right.
And to go from 1,200 to 600, man, come on, that's a slap in the face. Really, that truly is. It's a slap in the face, man.
Yeah. No doubt. It's a slap in the face. You know. I mean, yeah. You think about it. $600. I know Trump was trying to push, or that's what they say. They trying to push, the whole $2,000 thing. And now, Pelosi was saying it was a down payment, basically meaning or insinuating that, you know, next year in 2021, when Biden get into office, there's going to be some more stimulus checks coming, for those people who are out of work, those people who, are behind on rent, those
Right.
sorts of things. So, I don't know, you know, you got to hold his feet to the fire. Like he said, there's a lot of things he said in that little speech, kind of the win speech,
Right.
about blacks having his back, and now he's going to have their back. I don't know, man. Politicians are politicians to me. I don't believe in politicians,
Yep.
only because it's a facade to get what they want. You know what I mean? And for me, it doesn't work for me. I don't know, man. I just kind of lost trust in the system, lost trust in government, and you know, uh, the one that I trust in is the Most High Power that's above. You know what I mean? They kind of
Real talk.
navigate and narrate and put things into perspective, man. You
You
know?
know what I won't do? I won't accept that check if it comes with stimulus with tied to that vaccination. I'll tell you that.
Oh, they're
I,
gonna try to push that. You know what I
I
mean?
bet I'll send that check right back to them.
Think of
Uncashed and everything. What? I gotta take what to get the cash this? You gonna take this right back.
right.
I'm taking that, baby. You're not giving me that, man. So again, that was always one of my fears. They're gonna try to tie it to that, do something with it. Like I said, maybe give it a loan or a help out where you only got paid small percentage back at that time. Whatever they're trying to do, that narrative they're trying to push, man, is again, I've always had questions. I'm gonna still have questions. If that virus is created and it has a patent on it, you can sue anybody that started a company or started something. Why can't we go after the people who started the virus? To me, because there's a patent behind it. That means it was created. That means there's somebody in charge and benefiting from this. Why can't we sue them as a whole?
That was the same thing as what they call it, the Ebola.
Yeah,
Ebola, yeah. I mean, there's a patent on that too, man.
yeah. That's why I said, but see, we're not thinking smart enough as people. We gotta
Right,
understand that these if they have patent on these things, man, this is created. We need to like link up and really go after these people. Like, okay, if you gonna feel safe enough to create this, we gonna feel safe to come after and get you
right,
and press charge and try to sue you for that. So all the little money you making over, stop making that stuff. Stop
right.
getting the laboratories and creating things that we don't need. If you put a
Hmm.
patent on it, that means it's been created. Therefore, we need to come after you and get that taken away. So all that
No
little
doubt.
money you make or whatever it is, we need to snatch that from you. So it's really some things going on in this world that we need to hopefully that we can really take control back of as a people and really just start with self educating ourselves and getting ourselves away from, one thing I truly I'm really for is us being independent where we don't need to rely on them. Because like you said, there's an old saying where it tells you, you go to like a park and it says don't feed the animals.
Hmm.
The reason why you don't feed the animals because they come rely upon you. They won't go out there and do what they naturally know how to do.
Right.
And that's the same thing with people. If you just feed the people, then they ain't gonna go out there and try to work and do something hard and get their own and start something. So there is
No
some
doubt.
truth to that right there, man. We need to really get out of the government's pocket and use them only what they're here for. To create laws for us all to pass and all be, equal and fair and stay in your lane and then deal with across the country. If there's anything trying to invade us, that's what y'all for. Don't worry about the home domestic stuff, everybody in their homes and all that. Don't worry about that. Worry about what's across the seas from North Korea and China and all them. Don't worry about internally. Leave
No
internal
doubt.
alone. Let the states run their own states how they need to, and let's make it how it works, man. We don't need the Uncle Sam all in our business over here, man. There's a lot of stuff that's going on that we don't have control no more, and they do have a fear. You know, a lot of stuff they happen is big brothers in everything. Your phone, your computer. He listening to you now. He tapped in over everything. Set off a trigger when you say the one thing, the trigger word, and start picking up what you need to say. So
No doubt.
it's a lot of power in there that needs to be stripped away.
No doubt.
And I
Yo,
don't trust
family.
Biden. And I don't trust Biden,
All
baby.
right. I mean,
I
yeah. I
don't trust
mean,
Biden, man. I'm sorry. I wasn't no Trump fan either. I
right.
ain't a fan of either one of them people. But I don't trust nobody who's been in politics for 40 years and all of a sudden he gonna be president. Talking about you gonna do something, man. You didn't do nothing when you was up in the office for all this time. You ain't do shit. You gonna do nothing now. And I ain't got no love for a person that act like Trump was. So again, I ain't like I said, I ain't never been big on politics as it is, but I know this in this world we live in, we can't be blind to it either.
No doubt. No doubt. Yo, family, we talking about some of the fallen icons from this year, 2020. You know what I'm saying? And obviously we was talking about this whole thing with the stimulus checks and things like that. We covered a lot of vaccinations this year as well. You know what I mean? So jot down some information of what your 2021 would look like, what's exciting for you, coming up next year. We're
Yeah.
about, a good 45 minutes away, you know what I'm saying, from 2021, bringing in the whole new year. It's been good, bittersweet in 2020. And now we're going to have just, being hopeful and, just being optimistic about 2021 as we move into the new year. So, family, jot down your comments, drop us a line, let us know what your New Year's resolution is for 2021. We definitely love to hear it. And like I said, we want to make sure we see y'all there too at the forum, at the
Yes.
outlet, at Caesar's Palace, the Agenda 2021 show, 17th to the 18th. So we look for you there. So, I think pretty much, man, that's it, fam. I think we just, we wrap it up right now. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
The Culture Wear family, ECP, the all the supporters out there, people who just chimed in, give us a good watch the show, give us a listen. You know what I'm saying? We try to cover everything that's going on in this world, from vaccinations to the present to hip hop to fallen icons, man. We we touching everything because the world's so big. It's vast. So we'll be silly
Yeah.
to not bring it all in. So again, I'm very thankful and truly hopeful for this new year. Again, I also just want to give a great shout out to all the subscribers out there, people who want to jot down through the comments, you do's, you don't likes. Go back and look at some of our other videos. Let us know what you think. Give us some critiques, what you want about it, what you like to hear, some changes. Give us some topics you want us to run about. We're open for all that stuff, man. You only grow through criticism. So let me know what you want, man. We give it to you. Love the
No
people.
doubt. No doubt. That's absolutely right. You hit it. So, yo, fam, we love to hear from you. Look for more culture wares this new year, 2021. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be ill. Look for just a whole line of things coming out. The YouTube channel is going to be ill. We're going to start dropping some of the more, the new showcases of the new wares coming out for the winter and spring and summer. We're just going to drop them down on you. So it's going to be just an ill 2021 year. And, just look for us to bring the heat. You know what I'm saying?
Much respect.
Shout out to Southside Jamaica, Queens. Shout out to, just the crew. Shout out to the East Side, West Side, North Side, South Side. Shout out to just the whole, culture, the whole hip hop culture. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
So, family, that's it. That's a wrap for us. Happy New Year to you. If we don't see you, if we don't hear from you, one love, one culture, and we out.
Peace.